Apple is about to make the most significant design and performance leap the iPhone has seen in half a decade. And the part that almost nobody is talking about right now could completely change whether you buy this phone or walk away entirely. Here is what we know. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is shaping up to be a genuinely different device from anything Apple has shipped before. Not an incremental upgrade, not a camera bump and a faster chip. A real, structural shift in what an iPhone is capable of. Starting price is expected to land at around $1,299 for the base storage tier, with the highest configuration pushing past $1,599. That is a meaningful price increase over the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And whether that price is justified depends entirely on what you are upgrading from. Let's start with the biggest change: the display. Leaked supply chain reports point to Apple finally moving to an under-display Face ID system on the Pro Max. That means the dynamic island gone. You get a completely uninterrupted edge-to-edge screen for the first time in iPhone history. For anyone who has been holding onto a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra or a Google Pixel 9 Pro XL and wondering why Apple hasn't done this yet, the wait appears to be over. But that is not the biggest change. The chip powering this phone is where things get genuinely exciting. The A19 Pro chip is expected to be built on TSMC's second-generation 2nm process. That is not a minor refinement. Early benchmark estimates from supply chain analysts suggest a performance jump of roughly 25 to 30% over the A18 Pro in sustained multi-core workloads. What does that mean in real terms? If you're a video creator, a 4K ProRes timeline that takes your iPhone 16 Pro Max about 4 minutes to export could complete in under 3 minutes on the 18 Pro Max. Every single day. That adds up fast across a professional workflow. And here's where things get very interesting. Apple is reportedly pushing the A19 Pro's neural engine to a completely new level, with on-device AI processing speeds reportedly 40% faster than the current generation. That directly powers the next phase of Apple Intelligence. Real-time language translation during calls, more accurate computational photography, smarter photo organization, faster Siri responses that actually feel instant. If you're on an iPhone 15 Pro Max or older, you're not just getting a faster phone. You are getting a fundamentally different AI experience that your current device cannot replicate, even with a software update. Most buyers comparing spec sheets are completely missing this one detail. The camera system on the iPhone 18 Pro Max is not just getting a megapixel increase. Leaks suggest Apple is finally upgrading the periscope telephoto lens to 6x optical zoom with a significantly larger aperture. That single change alone could deliver low-light telephoto shots that no competing smartphone, including the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra with its 50MP telephoto, can currently match. Creators shooting events, travel photographers, and anyone who relies on long-range shots in imperfect lighting conditions. This is the upgrade you have been waiting for. Now let's talk about battery, because this is the area where the 17 Pro Max already leads the market. Reports suggest the 18 Pro Max could include a larger cell paired with more efficient display technology, pushing real-world screen-on time beyond 14 hours under typical usage conditions. For context, the iPhone 17 Pro Max currently hits around 12 to 13 hours in real-world testing. The Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra sits at roughly 12 hours. A jump to 14+ hours on the 18 Pro Max will be the single largest battery improvement Apple has made in 3 years. Here is the part that changes everything. Charging speeds. Apple is finally expected to move wired charging beyond 45 watts, with some analyst reports pointing to 65-watt wired charging support and a meaningful boost to MagSafe wireless speeds as well. Right now, Samsung charges the S25 Ultra at 45 watts. The Pixel 9 Pro XL hits 30 watts. If Apple lands at 65 watts, they leapfrog both competitors in one move. A dead iPhone 18 Pro Max going from 0 to 80% in under 45 minutes changes how you actually live with this device. And this is the part that surprised us the most. Design-wise, the 18 Pro Max is expected to feature a titanium frame with a new micro-texture finish, a subtle but meaningful change from the brushed titanium on the current model. Early images from supply chain sources show sharper, flatter edges that bring it visually closer to the iPad Pro form factor. This is not just cosmetic. The structural rigidity improvements mean better drop resistance scores in durability testing. And if you're paying $1,299 or more for a phone, premium build quality that holds up for 3 to 4 years of real-world ownership matters. Now let's talk about who this phone is actually built for, and who should think carefully before spending that kind of money. The price jump over the 17 Pro Max is estimated at around $100, spread across 3 years of ownership. That is roughly $2.75 per month more than you would have paid last year. For a flagship smartphone used daily as a primary productivity tool, that math is defensible. But is the 17 Pro Max still worth buying right now while waiting for this? Yes, if you're upgrading from an iPhone 13 or older and cannot wait. The 17 Pro Max at its current market price represents excellent long-term value. But if you're on a 15 Pro Max or newer, waiting for the 18 Pro Max is almost certainly the smarter financial decision. Let's be direct about who should buy this. If you're a content creator on an iPhone 14 Pro Max or older, the 18 Pro Max is a no-brainer investment. The combination of the A19 Pro chip, the enhanced telephoto camera, and ProRes video improvements alone justifies the upgrade cost. You will feel the difference every day in your professional workflow. If you're a professional or power user on an iPhone 15 Pro Max, this is a meaningful upgrade, primarily because of on-device AI processing, battery improvements, and the new camera aperture. Not mandatory, but genuinely compelling. If you're a casual user on an iPhone 14 or 15 standard model, the 18 Pro Max at $1,299 plus may be more phone than you need. A standard iPhone 18 at a lower price point will likely meet your daily needs comfortably. If you're on a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra or Google Pixel 9 Pro XL and have been waiting for a reason to switch, the under-display Face ID, the larger telephoto aperture, and the Apple Intelligence ecosystem finally closing the gap on Android AI features may be exactly that reason. If you own an iPhone 16 Pro Max, wait. You are one generation behind what the 18 Pro Max will deliver, but your device is still in its performance prime. Skipping one generation and upgrading at the 19 Pro Max will give you a much larger performance delta for the same money. So after weighing the design, the chip performance, the camera system, the battery, and the price, here is the honest verdict. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is shaping up to be the strongest case Apple has made for upgrading in years. Not because one thing changed dramatically, because almost everything changed at once, at a level that will be visible in daily life, not just in benchmark scores. If you're 2 or more iPhone generations behind, the upgrade math is clear. This is the right phone at the right time.